Okay, let me show you how I created the module. From the Build Content button, I am going to select Learning Module, and I'm just going to give it a name. I'll just call this Sample Learning Module. And I can give it a description. So for example, this is where I could place my objectives. Okay, and down here I have some options. And I usually let this set to the default. I don't enforce sequential learning or sequential viewing, and what that does is it makes students have to complete one page before they move to another page, so it doesn't show them all of the pages at a time. And then I just let it open right in this Blackboard frame and not have it open in a new window. Permit users to view content, that is, you want to set that to yes so students can see it. And of course you have your display after and display until dates here. And then down here, this is a little bit different. Show table of content. If I wanted to turn off that table of content, I could do that right here. And then the other thing is hierarchy display. I can set my hierarchy display so it shows up with numbers or letters or mixed. I just like to set mine to none. So when I submit that, it shows up on my page right here, and if I click it, it opens up the folder for me. So that's how you build a learning module. Once you're inside the module, to build the content, you just will go up here to either build content, and you can add different items just as you would if you were working from your course documents button off the Blackboard menu. So build content has the very same options under here. So for example, let's say I wanted to add an item, and I will call this overview. And then I can just add my overview information here. And it's browse files and set dates and things just exactly like I would any other content item in Blackboard. Now let me show you this under assessment. If I go into any one of these, let's say that I am going to build a test, and I will just create it from this screen. And submit, and now I can go in and I can create a question. Okay, and then here's where I can go in and set my answer to true, false, and I can provide feedback in here if I want to. And this is where students see their feedback showing up when they get their responses back or their results back on the test. Now I'm going to submit this. And when I go back into my learning module over here, I'm going to go into the final project and sample learning module. I created the test, and now I have to go back and I can add the test. So from here, now I can add this test and submit, and now it will show up in my learning module. Okay, so just know that you can add different kinds of tools right here on this page. For example, the discussion board, blogs, journals, wikis, and groups. I can do the very same thing here. Usually what I like to do is go down to the tool itself. So let's say I'm going to go in here to discussion, and I'm going to create a forum, and I'll just call it sample forum, and I'll put my instructions in here. Okay, and I will make it available and set my forum settings, and let's give this a grade of 100 points. And right here, if I had a rubric, I could add the rubric right here. I don't have any rubric set up in here, but if I would select rubric and I had some built in Blackboard, they would set up show up on this list, and I could just add the rubric. And when I submit this now, I have a discussion in my discussion forum. And if I go back to my learning module, we'll go back to final project, and we'll go into this module here that I just created. And if I go here now to tools and go to discussion board, I can link my discussion right here. So I just select it, go to next, and what I do is I usually create my discussion in the discussion board, and then any instructions that are in there, I copy and paste them into this text box. So when students come in through the module, they see the instructions here, or if they go to discussion, they see the instructions right here. Okay, so just remember, as you're doing this, anything that you add here now is going to show up for the student on separate pages.